Okay, hello everyone, this is Mr. Ronan here again, and today we are going to go through all of the main characters' themes in Street Fighter 6 and go over a little bit of a review and a rating and a tier list for all of them. This music in this game is phenomenal, and I just couldn't help myself being a tier list and a reviewer guy, 2-in-1 in both videos, because even though the game is not out, I have listened to all these songs a number of times, and they have all been stuck in my head a number of times, and I just want to show this game's music off even more than it has already been shown off, because it's just really good. So we're gonna start from the bottom of the playlist with Chun-Li and work our way up. There's some really good stuff at the end, so I guess you better just stick around. I guess I'll just play a little bit of the start of the song so you can get a bit of a feel and remember what her theme actually is. Okay, so I think overall this is a theme that fits Chun-Li pretty well. It's a little bit unique, like, for her type of character. It's usually like a super, like, clean, elegant kind of... It makes sense for a character like her, who's super precise and smooth and like kind of that kind of gameplay. But also it's got some things that I would consider like super modern and a little bit edgy for a character like Chun-Li. And like there's a lot of... I'm gonna get to this. There's a lot of like really modern like synth track instruments, and these vocals that are like that kind of sound like high fashion perfume ad, which I would usually associate with a character like Manon. But Chun-Li, you know, she's living in modern day Metro City. She's not stuck in the past, so she's picking up some new musical themes and some new modern stuff, and I think it fits into her theme really well. So she's still got super like kind of elegant, poised music with some cool, you know, synth, modern, a little bit of vocals, a little bit of cool stuff. But there are a few things about this theme that I think are a little bit interesting in a maybe not so good way. Wait, where is it? Where does it start? This. No. What are these? What is this? It sounds like the I don't want to be the person. I don't want to be the kind of person that says this, but it kind of sounds like the Roblox death sound. No. It sounds like what is it? Oh, the pufferfish. The pufferfish being fed carrots. Hold on, I'll find it. Isn't that exactly what it sounds like? This is a messed up video, by the way. I kind of hate it, but that's exactly what it sounds like. So, sorry, Chun-Li. I didn't mean to deface your theme like that, but I just had to point that out. That sounds really weird. But overall, you know, it's a nice, clean, electric theme. And it has some old kind of arcade kind of gaming electric motifs. I'm not entirely sure, but there are some parts where you're going through it and you're like, wow, it really sounds like I'm kind of in like the menu screen and I'm about to put in the coin and start a game. So it's a nice callback to, you know, her older classic era, fighting game era that she was a part of. And like, yeah, unlike some of the other themes that are really like headbangers and full of melodies and like re-editions of the melodies and changes and crazy stuff, this is kind of just more of a nice ambient theme that shows that she's a more mature, elegant, poised character now. But she's still part of the modern era. And, you know, she's just a cool teacher character now. And I don't think by the end it gets too crazy, but we'll quickly skip there. Oh no. The pufferfish. Overall, solid piece. Fits to her character. Nothing mind-blowing, but hey, good music is good music. That's the final verdict. That's my profound statement I have to say at the end. Okay, and for the tiers, I have, well, now I main, I guess, for songs that are so good that I just have to pick up the character. I just have to pick up the character because the song is so good. And then under it, we have Too Good, Please Help, Stuck in Head for Weeks. That happens with a lot of these songs. It's just a great song, gets stuck in your head, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy that it's stuck in my head because it's great. It gets me through my day, makes me walk faster. Then, in like slightly above average, we have a vibe and a banger. It's a solid piece, really good one. Maybe not gonna make me play the character or not stuck in my head for weeks, but it's a good song and I appreciate it. And for noise, you know, it's good. Nothing bad to say about it, but it's good. And then not noise is, I don't think anything's gonna go in there, so I'm not even gonna elaborate. So now for where we put Chun-Li, our first character. I don't want to be mean, but I also don't want to start with too much of putting everyone in the top tiers. I'm actually just gonna put her in nice. It's a good theme. It's a nice ambient song that sounds great. I enjoy fighting to it, but it's not a song, and it's not a song that I would listen to. I wouldn't call it it's not a banger. It's a nice vibe, but I'm sorry, you're nice. It's a good song. It's nice. I don't want to be mean. This is really hard. Okay, and now Luke's theme, Taking Aim. Let's listen to it for a little bit at the start, then we'll talk about it. Nice. Okay, so personally, I really like this theme. I think it's a nice, simple, good theme for a main character. It almost actually sounds like main menu music, which I guess is appropriate for a main character, you know, main stuff, whatever. It's compared to some other themes, I think it's a really good percussion emphasis music, and it's got a lot of variations of the types of percussion that it uses, and it's really good. It's like another kind of ambient theme that's kind of just mostly a bunch of different types of percussion tracks with a lot of cool electric synth instruments played over the top, and there's this main subject melody that's played just over the top occasionally. Where is it? Boom, 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 boom. So we just randomly get that in between. See, we've got some heavy bass here. There's a bunch of different types of synthesia or synthesized percussion, different types of drums and clashes, and I don't even know what that noise is. It's kind of like a clap, just a generic kind of hit bang thing. The main subject melody is really nice. It gets stuck in my head a lot. It's good. A lot of the instrument choices that they use, for these kind of electric sounding pieces, are really good, and this is no exception. Oh yeah, I like that scratchy sounding one. Some shouts. Really showing how percussive and just kind of a chill vibe. Bunch of drums, bunch of percussion, a constant ongoing beat. It's good. And occasionally it's got some record spins, electric strings. Ooh, and we've got kind of a more melodious version of the main subject now. Cool. Generally, it's just, there's not too much to say about this piece. Kind of similar to Chun-Li. It's not a crazy headbanger, ultimate melody that gets stuck in your head for weeks. But it's nice. It's got really good components, really nice. Oh, I love this bass sounding, whatever that is. But yeah, good subject, main melody, lots of good percussion, a lot of changing instruments, like this little thing we're hearing now. Didn't hear that before. It's got lots of cool random stuff they just throw in there for fun. So it's a really good piece to listen to because it's a nice vibe, constant ongoing, and you just get to hear a little bit of cool funky stuff every now and then. And it's a nice, just cool theme for a next generation main character. I think that's honestly all I have to say about it. It's good. Nothing crazy, but it's good. And then to tier list it, I think I'm gonna have to put Luke, not, what is it called again? Taking aim, as either a high noise above Chun-Li, or I could put it as a low vibe and a banger. But I think, just thanks to how much variation there is in those percussive elements, and the cool theme that really is easy to remember, like dun 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 dun. It's good. I'll put it as a low vibe and a banger. Okay, now we've got Ryu, probably or possibly the most controversial piece in this OST. Let's listen to it for a little bit. This is the one. So, as people have pointed out, it's maybe a little bit different than you'd expect from Ryu, the cool honor main character style character guy, who's now like even more, you know, old man in a sash martial arts guy. But I don't agree. I think it's really cool. I think it fits not only for Ryu, but also just in this game in general. And yeah, it's a nice main character theme, kind of similar to Luke. It does really almost at points sound like main menu screen music, which I guess if you're a main character in Street Fighter, the theme's gonna sound like the main menu. But it's got some really cool elements that I like, and although it's maybe not as kind of, I don't know what people are expecting when they want a theme for Ryu, but I think at the beginning you kind of have these kind of more traditional sounding synth instruments. Where are they? Yeah, like this, I don't remember what it's called, but kind of like a plucky, more traditional Japanese sounding kind of instrument. And then it kind of goes into this stuff that people don't really like, which is this like trumpet fanfare and like a bunch of other instruments. There's also some string instrument fanfare later on. Yeah, like a little bit like there. But personally, I really like it. It's got cool funk. Having a cool like fanfare kind of horn introduction for a character is always cool and badass. It's like there's someone on the sidelines that are super fans of Ryu, like do 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 with their trumpets. And then when that's not happening, it's just this cool, you know, vibe, chillin', which is definitely maybe not what I would expect for Ryu, but I like it. Yeah, and this part is super like modern Metro City sounding stuff. Like it has like a beat drop into more trumpet, fanfares, a lot of percussion. It's cool stuff. I really like it. It is a little bit repetitive. I don't think there's too many variations on the main theme. Oh, here's a little bit more of a solo of that instrument we hear at the start. But then as we go through, I don't think it changes too much. Usually the themes get a little intense when it gets near the end, because that's like when the battle's about to finish. But I think his is just pretty similar the whole way through, which makes sense. You know, he's a seasoned fighter. He's not going to need some crazy power up to get stronger at the end. He's going to be strong from the start. He's a cool guy. Ooh, we get that at the end. Nice. Overall, I think it's a cool track. And it portrays like Ryu as now he's this like, just, a cool guy who's given up his, serious honor shtick. And now he's just chilling, teaching people in Metro City, modern day. Now he's cool and enjoying himself. And I like that for him. Solid song. And as for his placement, I think it's good. I think it's a vibe and a banger. I think I would actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might put it under Luke's, because it doesn't really have too much of a stick in your head, and it doesn't have too many like alterations or really intense cool ending sequences, which a lot of the other songs have. So it's a vibe and a banger, and it's good. I don't want to hate on it too much because it's already received enough of that, but it's a vibe and a banger. Enough of one. Now we get to talk about Jamie's theme song. This is arguably or probably one of the most popular pieces in this OST. People love this piece, and for a good reason. So like, it's really good. It's like this cool, kind of clean, jingly, jazzy kind of piece. There's just a nice calm vibe that's also like upbeat with lots of cool instruments, different like horns, trumpets and stuff, all playing different kinds of solos, while there's cool percussion that's kind of constant underneath. I don't know if I'm gonna get assassinated for saying this, but it does kind of sound like the cool kind of piece they'd play at like a jazz coffee shop. That might be completely wrong. I'm gonna but like it's got kind of a really long melody. Let's see where it starts. Boom, 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 boom. So it's got this like really long flowing melody that kind of more acts as like an ambient tune kind of thing rather than a main specific melody subject, because it lasts quite a long time and it just repeats into itself and kind of has different, you know, like bridges and variations and different versions of the main subject. It's really good, and various instruments get a chance to play it, so now it's this more horny sound. Not horny, trumpety sounding thing. Oh, and now we've got this one. I love this one. I have no idea what is actually making this sound, but I love when it gets a turn. You can hear like underneath, no matter what's going on the top, there's this kind of cool, smooth, not too like intense or jarring, but there's this smooth beat with like drums and a bass just vibing under whatever's going on. Okay, now it got cut out. We get a bit of soul over the top. But let's skip to where underneath. Like just a chill beat underneath, nothing too sharp sounding. A little bit of bass, a little bit of drums. And that main melody is so good, and it's kind of constantly throughout the whole thing. So it gets stuck in your head so bad, but there's so many variations of it that you can just keep going. And like the song is 3 minutes long of this kind of one tune that kind of just keeps linking into itself, and it's so calm. And oh, this is another thing that I love about the piece, is as it goes on, it kind of, just like Jamie in his gameplay, it kind of evolves and gets stronger and newer and different as the theme goes on. Just like how Jamie drinks and gets new abilities and new combos and new combo enders and pressure and stuff like that from drinking. This theme has the main theme at the start, but it just evolves and gets more things. It has a little bit of a solo section, and then when we get into like round 2 or 3, we get a beat drop into this completely new, awesome sounding version with like these like claps, the solo over the top. It is so good, and this isn't the end. I'm just gonna shut up and listen to it for a little bit because it's so good. Like the melody evolved, the underneath percussion evolved, the beat, like everything that's joining it. Oh, it's so good. Ba-ba-da-bum-ba-bum-bum. Oh, and that part too, like kind of like stringy sounding thing. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, so good. Now, you know, a little bit calm. Maybe he got knocked down. Okay, and now we've kind of got like a deeper version where we've got like a trombone on its lower notes, or some kind of, I don't know, deep euphonium or whatever. In this kind of like intermittent area before I think we get the main theme back again at the end. Awesome clash. And then just back to the classic stock standard version of the theme. Just play it one more time. Done. That is an amazing piece. And it's perfect. It's perfect as a song on its own, but it's also perfect for this kind of music that's playing in the background of a fight. And it suits Jamie so well as this kind of like it's like a mishmash piece, which is cool for, a laid-back, chill character like Jamie. And the subject melody that constantly changes throughout it, and so many different instruments that get changed and start getting new things. And this part is honestly, I can tell why it's most replayed. Come on. So good. Amazing piece. I need to stop or else I'll be here for like half an hour just listening to this piece, and then it'll be stuck in my head for weeks. Awesome piece. I guess that means as for a tier list rating, if it's stuck in my head for weeks, I have to put it in here. And you might be asking, why isn't it in, well, Now I Main? There's some other pieces coming up that blow the waters even more than this amazing piece. But don't let it take you away from the fact that this is stuck in my head for weeks, and it's probably going to be high tier stuck in my head for weeks. Great song. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who says that? Anyways. Okay, now we got Guile's theme, Sharpened Sonic. Let's just listen to it for a little bit, remind you what it sounds like. Nice stuff. Overall, I think it's a pretty simple song, but it's pretty satisfying to listen to, and it's perfect for a background music in a fight. The intro floating part, actually, before we get into the cool trumpety fanfare stuff, but this part here really, to me, sounds like it really reminds me of a thing like, I don't know, floaty Aurora Borealis kind of vibes, which really reminds me of Guile's, sonic booms, just slowly floating across the stage as he throws them over and over again, which I guess means, they're really good at painting pictures with their music, which is a talent. Because, yeah, and it's still playing in the background there, that kind of floaty, airy do-do-do-do-do-do. Come on, that's a sonic boom. That's the sonic boom theme song. But then after that, we hear, a lot of it, we get to hear some really harsh sounding, like, whatever that is, that like electrical synth thing just going da 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 da, is like really intense, really harsh. Makes sense for him. And then I think now we start to get this a little bit more into a main themey kind of thing. And we kind of start to get a little bit of more of this like horn fanfare melody. And like that combined with these intense like bum 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 and other harsh sounds, they like all really point to his military characterization of being a big tough dude in the military. He's got his trumpet fanfare, war hero, whatever. But then he's also a cool guy with a dun 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 because he's serious. And the rest of it, I don't think there's too many variations or alterations of the main theme. There's some slightly new, percussion and bam bam bams as the theme goes on. Ooh, okay. Okay. Back to the sonic boom theme. But it's, I think, the shortest song in the entire OST, which I guess just means Guile's gonna kill you quick or get killed quick, either one, which is probably true. Or you're gonna rage quit first. Actually, that's probably what it means. They didn't even bother making a full song because they know people are just gonna pull out their plug before they hear the end of it. Overall, all in all, there's not too much to say. It's a great song. It's like somehow engineered perfectly for Guile to get these cool, horn fanfares combined with bam bam bams and the cool sonic boom flying underneath the entire time. It's military motifs, cool floaty stuff, and oh yeah, this end bit, it really seems like Guile's trying to be like, cool guy energy main character moment at the end with some slightly more funky, edgy techno music where I guess he's really feeling himself at the end of the match. He's like, yeah, I'm cool, right? I'm cool. Okay, not this part. Is this how it ends? Okay, no, before that. Yeah, here's like, yeah, syncopation. Ooh, a little bit of an altered melody. I'm so cool. And then it ends because he's probably sonic boomed you one too many times. All in all, good theme for Guile. It fits him. It's military. It's sonic boomy. It's good stuff, but nothing astounding. So then, for a tier list, I think, where does it go in comparison to Chun-Li's theme? I think, see, they both kind of have the same situation. They both kind of really fit the character super well, but don't have too much remarkable or memorable things about them. But I think Guile's is maybe a tiny bit more so than Chun-Li, but I think they're very, very even here. Okay, and now we got Kimberly's theme, Ninjastar Pop. Let's get a quick feel of how it sounds like first. Or remind ourselves how it sounds. Okay, another great song with a great tempo that certainly matches her kind of style and gameplay perfectly. Like the tempo or the beat is like pretty fast and like onwards, like marching really quick. But then the melody that's going over the top is a little bit slower and melodious, which I think kind of is a really cool way that matches her gameplay perfectly. She's like an extremely technically quick character, but she has to use like a variety of really well thought out approaches and stuff, and really think about having a game plan of ways to get in rather than just going crazy and getting in like a character maybe like Blanka. So she's got this high-paced, high-beat, high-tempo, but this kind of like smooth, thought-out tempo, which makes sense because she's a smart character. She can't just go bam, 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 bam. So somehow they've like portrayed that perfectly through how even just the speed of her song works. It's got a lot of really good percussion underneath the main theme, and the synth instruments they use for the main theme are so satisfying to listen to. And of course, the actual melody of the main theme is also really, really nice. It gets stuck in your head a lot. Do 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 do. And this is another important thing for me in these pieces, is that as it evolves as the match goes on, like a lot of them will have the round 1, round 2, round 3, and like low life parts of the song. And Kimberly's, you can really tell, like it gets these really, really nice, crisp, different synth instruments as it goes on, and it's perfect. It's awesome. A lot of great percussion instruments. Really lots of like kind of, they're either like really high pitched and really low pitched. They've got like these high like claps, but the rest is just like the really deep thumps. Now the claps are gone. Right there. Yeah, and just a lot of, I think this one, oh yeah, a lot of these instruments they choose like that wow. What was that? Oh, they've got like such good, I don't know, such good texture of instruments. I don't know enough musical terms for this. It's been a while. But like the choice of instruments, the timbre, the stuff are so good that it really feels like when you're wearing headphones, it like really is like scratching your brain when you're at headphones and vibing with it, which I guess makes sense. You know, she's a headphone character. She pops them on with her Walkman. So you really get in the vibe with Kimberly when you're wearing headphones with this song. Really gets in your head. Yeah, okay. Now we've kind of got like a more serious, really gotta beat you up now that we're getting near the end of the fight. Gotta end it seriously. Oh, that was a nice build up into the fall off. Honestly, like I didn't have too much to say, but this piece really, really sits well with me. That theme is so nice. The choice of instruments are amazing. And it's got this, like a probably talked about a little bit too much, but it's got this really nice drive and like a difference between the beat and the melody that really shows that she's, you know, a chill character, but she's still pumped and full of energy and but still ready to like fight seriously when it comes to the end. She can be like, okay, enough having fun. I gotta beat you up now, I guess. And oh wait, we gotta find her level 3 piece, because that is also an amazing song. Okay, so this is the double level 3 version, so both characters have to have done the level 3, and then you get the vocal version of this song. Ah, it's so good. For a bit of context, this is the song I've been listening to a lot recently. On my way, when I'm walking anywhere, walking to classes, walking to this stuff. Oh. It's so good. Oh, it's an absolute... I want to sing it, but I don't want to compete with it. This is the kind of song that is so good that you just can't help like move your body so much and lip sync or even just sing it out loud that anyone else that is on the tram or the U-Bahn with you is gonna think you're an absolute psycho. But come on, it's worth it. You're vibing to this song, you're living life to the max. I don't know who this vocalist is, but I have to find out. He is so good. Listen to this. He has like a perfect voice for this kind of song. And then we've got this like a pump version. The lyrics are great too, but so not only is the melody from the singer completely awesome, but the instruments playing underneath, like the horny... Oh, I keep saying that. You can't say that in English. The horns and trumpety sounding parts are really, really cool with their own melodies, kind of like repetitions of what he sings, but like as a cool, more instrumental version. And then underneath that again, we've still got amazing synth percussion and stuff, just boom, boom, boom the whole time, with the same upbeat part of Kimberly's regular main theme. Never come down. Oh, and you got the record waka waka. Man, and this just chill talking singing, I love that so much. It's got like kind of rappy stuff, it's got this cool talky stuff, it's got like kind of choral never give up, it's got everything. It's an amazing song, top tier song. And that trumpet coming in, joining in on its own solo on top of the singer. I don't know. I'm not a musical analyst, but everything about this song has so many little things that just make it perfect. And it doesn't seem complex at all. It's just an amazing listen. It's awesome. So Kimberly's theme is great. It's a good song. Kimberly's level 3 or double level 3. Mind-blowing, and that makes me want to play this character just so I have a chance of being in a mirror match. We both do a level 3 and I get to hear this song while I fight. Then I will just ascend to a different plane of dimension. It's awesome, and that's all I have to say. So now that kind of makes it hard to put it... Where is she? There. To put her in the list, because she's a little bit sneaky. She's got her main theme, but she's also got that special theme, so I'm kind of rating 2 of them. Her main theme, I think I would put in either Vibe or Banger or Stuck in Head for Weeks. But then with that other theme as well, it's either like top of Stuck in Head for Weeks and Well Now I Main. And I think... Let's just put her in Well Now I Main. And this is just for the double level 3 super, which is probably going to be rare. I'm not going to hear it as much. But if I ever hear that while I'm playing... Yes, and also, look how well color graded it is. She's red. S tier is red. It's meant to be. Great song, Kimberly. I hope you helped compose that. Or I'm glad that's what she listens to while she's fighting. No wonder she's so crazy and, like, good at everything. She's pumped to that awesome song. God damn it. Well, now I main, and I gotta make sure I stick to that, so I better try out some Kimberly. Who's next? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now we have Kimberly's theme. Oh, crap. Juri's theme. ÅrachniD. However you pronounce an asterisk. Okay, let's just listen to it for a bit so I can process what I even have to say about this piece. Oh. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me about this song. And if you've anything bad to say, don't ever speak again. This is music of the year. A perfect song. And it's a more than perfect, it's a stellar fighting game song. It is... I don't even know if I can talk while it's playing. It's so good. An awesome, like, edgy tech synth song with an amazing beat. And the, like, I'm not even going to talk about the awesome parts yet, but the percussions that are underneath the whole time, the little low beats and the crashing and the... I don't know what to say, it's so good. And the... what do I say? It's got everything. It's got amazing. It's got the beat. It's got the percussions. The melody. That melody. The repetitions of the melody as it gets altered as the song goes on. It's even got use of like silence where it just cuts out and nothing plays and then it hits you again with the main melody. It's got claps and it's got shouts where they're like, hey. It's got everything. I don't know what to say. Let's go back to the intro. The intro is... the whole song is amazing. I don't know if you picked up that I feel that way about the song yet. The whole song is amazing, but this intro is out of this world. It is perfect. It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. It like perfectly encapsulates like a simple introduction to the upcoming vibe, but the way that it does so is so good. And I don't know if you've watched like a really high level Juri gameplay, or there's a specific Sonic Fox video actually where like, because the intro kind of plays as the characters are coming onto the screen, and then that beat, that down drop happens as soon as like it goes fight, and then the characters walk back and forth. And now they're kind of playing the neutral. Juri throws a big button, and now she's like landed a combo, and then she does a DP, and then bum, bum, bum. And she's like plus one block in their face. Oh, gets a throw now. Dun, 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 dun. I really am gonna go insane. I don't know what to say. It's perfect. It fits to the character. It fits to the game. It's an amazing song. It's amazing for gameplay because it just strikes everything so well. It makes every action you make so satisfying. I don't know what to do. I just want to play it one more time, but that like the like kind of build up into the hey from the silence is so amazing. Oh, and then the game starts on that downbeat. Oh. Okay, I need to move on. And then right after we get this awesome intro, it goes straight into introducing this melody. Boom, 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 dum, 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 dum. And when I tell you that this theme gets stuck in my head for weeks, I mean months, I mean years. I've only heard this song maybe a couple months ago. It's been stuck in my head for years already. Not only does like the main theme get stuck in my head, but every aspect is so good that I'll get like the drum beat stuck in my head. I'll get these little like weird synth instruments stuck in my head. This isn't even a melody. What is this? Why is it stuck in my head? And of course, all the melody is awesome. And as a good melody does, it like evolves, gets different iterations as it moves on. It's a beautifully composed piece. It's got like various verses and bridges. So this is still like the main part, but we get various parts. We'll get to them, don't worry. This is still the main do-do-do-do. Boom, boom. We've got this cool little interlude part. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So this is kind of like this other like alternate section, like maybe a bit of a bridge or other alternate verse or something. Oh, and these clacky thing over the top. Oh, everything is so head scratching. More beats, more awesome synth instruments. I have to go through a little bit faster. I'm gonna be here for days. Oh, oh, yes. And then they use the like syncopation silence in this. Wait. Oh, where everything cuts out for that split moment where and then oh my god. Oh, it's so good, guys. Guys, it's so good. We get back into the main theme. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, and that like wibbly wobbly part, it gets kind of distorted as it wobbles down. I don't know who wrote this piece, but I don't know. I want to propose to them. I want to put them on my will. I don't know. Questionable statements. I maybe take those back. Here we're back into this part, but we get there's some loop parts near the end, I believe, as well. Oh, and those little high like rings, ding ding ding. Also amazingly satisfying. Listen to this part. Perfect. Oh, it goes so low. It goes again. With those little dun-duns over the top. And then there's the final hard, scratchy, kind of like rough, textured part with like some themes, and then it goes and we get like this kind of distorted, altered version of the main theme again at the end. What the hell? How can it get even better? Then you've got this like slightly off tune part. Oh, everything's just slightly wrong. The percussion is certainly on point though, but all the melodies slightly just in the wrong space, and it sounds amazing. Oh. That's Juri's theme. And actually, I am going to take a moment to search for this one video of Sonic Fox playing with Juri, where the intro is just so amazing. And if you somehow don't already love this theme, I promise this will make you love it. Give me a moment. Just everything that happens has so much more weight, like that counter of the fireball is on a beat. And even the things that Chun-Li does, like everything seems so much more impactful when it's like has this awesome theme behind it. Because there's always something new happening, so it seems like that new part that comes in is representing what you're doing. Like there's a part where the theme changes, it kind of seems like Sonic kind of finds his feet. This is very early gameplay, by the way, if you're wondering why they're kind of flailing around so much. So it's kind of in this like deep area where Sonic's kind of going. And then as we cut into this new part where it's da 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 with a completely new beat, that's where Sonic starts to get his advantage and he starts going back in. So now this is your theme as you go in. It just makes every fight amazing. This song, I probably could have gotten AI to write about why this song is so good, and probably would have been a little bit more coherent than me just being like, it's so good. But I just want you to know, I think this song is good. And then, like, yeah. Well, now I main. I honestly want to make a different tier just for this song. But just know, this is at the top. Forever and ever and ever. Nothing will beat this. Nothing has ever beaten this, and nothing will beat this. ÅrachniD is the best song of all time. I didn't say it. I said it. What? Yeah, I said it. It's good. It's good. It's the best. I need to shut up and move on. I'm going insane. Okay, now back to a main character, cool guy theme. We got Ken. Listen to a little bit, remind you what it sounds like. Nice. That's it. That's basically it. It's a cool main guy theme. The little bit of roughed edges, fits him perfectly. It's like, very protagonisty, main guy sounding, but a lot of the synth instruments that they chose, like I've said with most of these songs, they choose really good instruments, but like, they're all quite kind of crunchy sounding, or like, I don't know, crunchy, scratchy. The texture of the instruments matches the texture of Ken. That's a very normal thing to say, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Then we got this cool kind of like synth chordy melody with this two different types of melodies. There's kind of the airy one, and then that little bit more of a cool stringy one. Yeah, whatever the instrument they're using for this part, where they go dun 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 dun. I really want to know what that is, because it's got this really good, like crunchy, staticky, like rough timbre to it. It's really, really nice and really satisfying. Fits that new gritty vibe that Ken has. And now that we've heard like the first third, I think the rest of the song is actually pretty similar. It doesn't change too much as it goes on. I might be wrong. But overall, kind of similar to Luke and Ryu and Chun-Li. It's mostly, an ambient synth music song, but this one's a little bit more like less modern and hey, whoa, like some of the other ones. It's a bit more like crunchy and rough. And yeah, the main melody, this one, it's thrown in here and there, and it gets slightly different variations. It doesn't really change much. They just change like where they cut it off or add parts in. And they've got this little cool like bridge or something. It's very simple, but it's very, very fitting for the character. And actually a lot, oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Do. This really seems like a main anime protagonist, like looking into the future. I must get through this. And now we're back into Ken just being like, yeah, I'm down low, but I'll get back up again. And overall, I think like in combination with the theme and the beat and the choice of synth instruments, it really actually reminds me of like arcade game songs. Like this part here, like it's kind of really like almost 16-bit sounding. Like I could hear myself, these parts are maybe not so much, but some of them really sounds like you're playing some kind of, I'm gonna be really wrong, but like, I don't know, Space Invaders, you gotta go, kind of, I don't know, old arcade, cool vibes. And yeah, it's a fitting theme for a main character that's, he's just a guy. He's just a guy, but now he's a little bit more of a rough, tough, down in the crunchy dumps tough guy. It's a cool song. Not too much to say about it, but it's cool. And I think for that we get to put it I think we're low vibe and a banger or a high noise. I think it's actually I think it's a vibe and a banger. It's got really good instruments. It's got a melody that does get stuck in your head. And yeah, the choice of instruments and all that stuff combined together really gives that arcade feel, and I really like it. Solid vibe and a banger, Ken. And the next, Blanka, I love Blankas. Let's go. Listen to it for a little bit. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, so good. Okay. So good. It's so good. We haven't even gotten to the best parts of it, where it gets even more upbeat and funky. But like, yeah. Overall, as a piece, it's super upbeat, fun, funky, Brazilian-inspired theme. I can't comment too much on what Brazilian music actually sounds like, but a lot of the comments are written... yeah. There are Brazilian people in the comments that said this is an absolute banger, so it's got the Brazilian check of approval. So apart from that, it sounds so cool. It's like completely different vibe from anything else we get to hear in this soundtrack. It's got this like weird, like raucous vibe, which matches this gorilla, monkey, tumbling, electricity, green, crazy guy perfectly. It's got these really cool, like, I don't know what they are, but they're kind of horns. And the beats underneath match with it perfectly. And we haven't heard it in a little bit, but there's often these, like, kind of these tongue trills, like, I'm not good at it. Bit of a solo by the horns. Do, 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 do. And it's got a great melody. And it's like quite a developed melody. You get to hear the first part at the start, but as we go on, you get to hear a little bit of different iterations where they, make it a little bit shorter, make it a little longer, add some extra stuff. It's nice. And for such a song that's already such a cool, like, vibe and just chill like Jamie's, having this melody that gets to change as it goes along as well, like, it's a solid piece. Quiet area. Maybe Blanka hasn't thrown a Blanka bowl for about 5 seconds, so it seems calm. No, we're going back in. Ooh, now we get, maybe this is the round 3. Oh no, it's still only like halfway through. Ooh, this is a bit more like domineering intimidation factor. This is like Blanka standing up straight and you're realizing how horrifying and intimidating he is. Whoa, and now we're a little bit more like electric techno. I already loved this piece, but I haven't really listened so closely to realize how variable it is. Okay, yeah, go off with your 2 notes. It's such a funny piece without being like a comedic piece. It's so like, I don't know, fun, raucous. It's cool. It's really just such like a weird, funny piece that, it fits perfectly. You listen to it, you forget about what you're actually meant to be thinking about, and you're just doing. You're just, pressing buttons, specials, vibe to the music, jam. That's what Blanka's about. Just do things, vibe, chill, go funky, go crazy. I like like, you barely hear that guy underneath. It sounded like he was drowning, like "ra-da-da-da" from like in the distance. Wait, where was it? Did you hear that? But that horn that goes "Marr" is like really the MVP of this song. It fits perfectly and it gets so many solos. Good on ya. Ooh, okay. Distorted version. Build up. Tiny bit into the end. What a good piece. What a good piece. I think this is one of the rare ones that actually like really has its highlight near the start. A lot of them kind of like Jamie or Others get like this really cool ending section that is just bonkers, or Zangief when we get there. But Blanka's, it just starts off in the perfect vibe where it kind of stays for the whole dun 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 dun. You get the vibe the whole time, which I guess makes sense, you know. Blanka's gameplay, when you're playing with him, you're probably not gonna evolve throughout the match. You're probably gonna be doing the same thing at the start as the end if you're a Blanka player. There's no need to adapt when you can just do the same thing the whole time. Hey, 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 and just have a blast while you do it. It's a great piece, and it matches him perfectly and his gameplay perfectly. What more could you ask for? Great song. Good job, Blanka. Love ya. And then to put it in a tier list, I think... Is it stuck in my head for weeks, or is it a vibe and a banger? I really want to put it into Too Good, stuck in my head for weeks, because it's really, really, really fun. But it's kind of more of a vibe. It's more of a chill banger, like, you just tilt to it, but you're not going to be like walking down the street and go, wow, 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 wow. So maybe it's just a vibe and a banger. Best not do that out loud like I just did and completely embarrass myself. Cool. Ooh, now we got the long boy himself, Dhalism. Wait, what's his theme called? The Great Sunlight. Let's remind ourselves how it sounds. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so especially that intro, pretty heavy-handed on the Indo-area musical stereotypes. It's not as far as like but it's a little bit close. But as someone who can't judge the authenticity of Indo-area music or whatnot, my opinion is just gonna be on whether or not it sounds good. And I think it sounds great. I think it sounds amazing. Oh, you know, I did see maybe some comments that said it passes the Indian vibe check, so that's cool. Ooh, one of the highlights of this piece is, as you can probably imagine, is the choice of instruments. You've got kind of I don't know what that is, like the cobra flute. You also have some kind of plucky string thing that all sound really, really great. I'm sorry, I know the name is literally 0 instruments, apart from the goddamn piano and saxophone. And this... Oh, there's so many like little... I wouldn't say it's a very melodious piece, but all the little bits that you hear just are like so nice. Like, whatever these instruments are, a little bit of a melody. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We get to hear it again. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Then we get to hear... This kind of like up high on top, like... almost sounds like bagpipes. It's certainly not bagpipes, but there's like do-do-do-do. And then, that, I love that whenever I hear it. It's got this really like dissonant ga-ding. Yeah, whatever that is, it's like really gets twisted as it like bends up to the note. It sounds great, whatever that is. Again. And then like in combination with all these like traditional sounding instruments and stuff, it's got this kind of modern underbeat that still kind of use not super modern sounding synth music. Like it's just kind of a generic like boom, boom, and like bit of a clap. And now we got a melody on that, the string sounding thing. Ooh, nice. Now we got the blowy thing. Oh, perfect. Ooh, whoa. Oh. Okay, real changes. It goes like super major, happy end of a movie. And then the next sequence afterwards is like dun 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 dun. It's like goes from happy to like, I'm actually still beating you up. Don't get too happy. More great melody, more great instruments. Ooh, ooh. Bit of a modern effect over the top there. Nice. Yeah, we get tons of like, yeah, Indian style synth instruments that like overlap on top of the melody. It's so good. And like with all these different instruments, they kind of all have their own melody that they play and they kind of overlap each other at different times. So you've got all these different motifs that play at different times that kind of join together at different periods to make this really like thick theme that's like this like, okay, not this part, but when we have these parts, randomly we'll get these moments where you're like, whoa, this is a theme, and then it kind of like fades out and then it's chill and you're like, whoa, they overlap again. But yeah, having all these like instruments having their own motifs, it's really, really nice. And having this like thick, heavy synth beat underneath, sometimes it's got these flitty little do over the top. It's like, yeah, really like juxtaposition, and the whole piece is really such a head bop. Good job, Dhalism. Didn't expect that from you. Well, actually, I kind of did expect that from you. I'm glad they made a piece that kind of I don't know, somehow manages to have like a super modern beat, which, you know, makes it kind of more appropriate as a background song for a fighting game. So it kind of keeps, you know, keeps the drive and the pounding going on. But then it's got these really cool melodies over the top with all these unusual instruments you don't usually hear for a modern like melody in a fighting game. It's really good. Solid theme, Dhalism. You know what, I'm gonna see what some instruments are so I can pretend I know something. Instruments commonly used in Hindustani classical music: star, sarod, tambura, saini, sarangi, and tabla. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that some of the instruments were these. I have no idea though. Nice instrument choices. Oh, commonly used, you know, and the violin. Okay. Okay. I don't think we heard something. Oh my god, what the hell? That's literally, Jesus. It sounds kind of similar to the horn fluty thing, but I don't think that's exactly what they were using. Jeez. What a cool guy. We heard some, you know, of course there are different drums in every part of the world, but we did hear some, you know, slightly different sounding drums. I mean, there are tons of drums, so there's probably not these ones, but it's got some interesting sounding drums. Okay, wait, what are these called? I've definitely... Ektara. We definitely heard some stringy sounding things like this. Does it have a single string? Wow, how the hell does that work? Nice. But yeah, certainly some kind of stringy thing. Whether it's an Ektara or not, I have no idea. But we certainly had a bunch of strings. What is this? I don't think we had this. I hope we did, but I don't think we did. What is it? What? The Dongyan. Okay. Oh, another stringy thing. Whoa, it's like a stringy thing. Oh no, there's someone singing. Okay, I was wondering what that other sound was. Okay. Okay. Like a wooden flute. There was kind of those similar sounds as well. Bamboo flute. Not a massive horn. I don't think we heard that. Oh, what is this? We definitely heard this. What is it? Wow. They're like, it's like a hand piano. They're just whacking the strings with sticks like the piano would, but they're using their hands so they can change. Wow. A santur. Is this... Is this buffalo horn what I called a bagpipe? Maybe. Ooh, wait. Okay, yeah. Star is like the most popular or well-known one outside of... Oh my god, what the hell? We definitely had some sitar. Maybe not this many, I don't know. It's like a whole orchestra of sitar. Cool, look at us learning things. Now we know a tiny bit more about Indian instruments. Thanks, Dhalism. Now, as for replacing it... Oh, this gets hard. I think I'm gonna put it in... It's too good. But then when I put that one in too good, I kind of want to put Blanka into too good. Because Blanka and Dhalisms, I feel, are very good for similar reasons. They have completely different vibes with really awesome choices of instruments. I think Dhalism does actually slightly one-up Blanka, even though I love Blanka's themes. Dhalism, it's such a good ambient theme because all the melodies and stuff are owned by specific instruments. So it just is this... It's just good. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to say it's good. Good theme, Dhalism. Stuck in my head for weeks. Hey, now we got E Honda. Let's listen. Mm-hmm. Great percussive theme. Okay. It's like, I don't know, it's a really cool percussive theme, and it's surprisingly upbeat for E Honda being one of the, big boy characters. Usually they have a bit more of like a slow pounding theme, but this guy's is like da 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 da. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It shows he's got life inside him. He's got the energy and the enthusiasm of sumo. And it's got a lot of, of course, it's got a lot of Japanese style instruments from like the types of drums and strings and wind instruments. And one thing I really like about this song is you kind of heard it underneath just then. I'm gonna keep rewinding. Shut up. Is the intro? There's a really long wait to hear the main theme or like the main subject melody of E Honda. It takes a really long time for you get to hear it compared to other songs. You kind of hear like these single or two notes or something. So wait, I think... Yeah, da-dun, da-dun. Then we just keep going to some more percussion, instruments playing their thing. We hear a bing, ding. So we're not hearing it, but we're hearing where it's gonna come from. This isn't it. This is kind of like a ding, 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 ding. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's like an opposite of a coda. It's like an introduction, but it isn't actually an introduction. It's just like, there's gonna be some theme that sounds kind of like this coming up. You better wait. Still, it's just some more, plodding on with percussion, cool instruments, really good synth instruments, by the way. Honda's, he's just chilling around, trying to get a big sumo headbutt, play the neutral, play turtley. He's just calm, but still upbeat with the life of sumo. And here we come. That's what we waited like almost a minute and a half just to hear him get to his big, powerful E Honda theme melody. And it's got all this build up and then silence. Boom. He's got a beat drop for his melody. How badass. Do 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 do. Slight variation on the theme there as well. And another variation. And now that we've heard it, they like to just... Yeah, you heard it. You heard that awesome theme that one time. Now we're going to make you wait again before you get to hear another awesome beat, like, drop into it again. We get to hear some other instruments kind of take over, like, have a little taste of the melody, like this one. We're coming in again. You were wrong. We got a big beat drop into big badass big boy mode. And it like changed, it almost changed key with that note. Like distorted, it's cool. He's reminding you that he was having fun. He's the life of the party, but he's a big guy and he's gonna beat you to pulp. Oh, even lower. Even lower. Now it just cuts out. While we wait, stop staring at E Honda's nipple, you perv. You thought they was gonna be into the thing? No, now it's into like a fast version that is in the same key and like has similar notes as the melody, but it's not it yet. Now we're getting it again. Keep hitting you with it. Oh yeah. It's so good. And then, yeah, you hear it for the second time, you start jamming out, and you've lost. You were jamming too hard, you got butt stomped by E Honda, and now the game's over. You made it end too quickly. But overall, isn't it such a great song? It's like, you know, obviously it's got great instruments, a great choice of Japanese sounding instruments, of course, and the percussion and stuff is all great. It's a great fighting game soundtrack for in the background of a fight. But I love how it's like set out. It's got such a formula that is completely different to any of the other songs we've heard so far. Making you wait like halfway through the song to hear his amazing pounding is really impactful. And you know, it's like E Honda, he's full of energy, but he like only needs this like one massive big moment where he's in and he's doing his big guy stuff. He's sumo slapping you, he's command grabbing you, fainting you, and you're dead. And then the next time it happens, you're dead for real and the game's over. So it's a great song. It's like almost like a musical song. It goes with the story of the gameplay and it's solid. It sounds great. It's Japanese sounding and it's good for a fight. Good song, E Honda. Good stuff. Now, to put it on a tier list, it's only really got that one thing that can get stuck in your head, but it really does get stuck in your head. And the rest of the song with the instruments and stuff is really, really good. So I'm not sure where to put it in relation to these two guys. Because you only get to hear that main awesome part twice. But the rest is pretty nice. I think I put it up here. It's just so satisfying having that wait until you get the big beat drop into the doom do 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 do. Yeah, I'm really good at recreating it with my own voice. Thank you. That's E Honda. Good placement. It's a good song. I think we got another big character inbound. Yeah, Marissa. Okay, with her theme Pankration. Let's listen. Okay, so those are the two main parts. So like from the intro, it instantly starts off with like this strong, powerful, impacting beat showing she's another big, powerful character and has this kind of Colosseum style horn intros. They're like do 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 do. You can imagine her walking in and someone's playing this like do 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 because she's just so scary that she needs a scary trumpet bringing her in. Not a trumpet, whatever that is. And like with this part that really is like kind of Colosseum intense vibes, you know, it shows her Rome Greek fangirl side, and then we get to go into this more kind of upbeat, more modern but still epic and impactful and heavy and plotting, and you know, it represents, you know, her slower movement and attacks, but you know, she's full of energy. When you're on top of her, you're not going to feel that she's so slow and like big blah blah blah. You're gonna feel terrified that she's full of energy, beating you up, grabbing you, parrying you, having armor, breaking your armor, and then yeah. And like part of the percussion in this theme is just these big whacks bit really are like her heavy wallops just knocking you out every beat of the theme. And we get to move on, you know, you get some slightly different versions of the into the melody. Slightly different here again. Still powerful percussion underneath the melody. Okay, a little bit more calm. Maybe she's knocked you a little far away, and you know, maybe you're zoning her out and she's working her way in, but it's not over. She's still serious and she's gonna make her way in. And the horn player is like foreboding that, man, you may think you're calm, but she's coming in and you're gonna die. Oh wow, now we're in like proper main character, main moment theme. Showing off. And all these like little motifs are really part of her main theme. You just get to repeat them in slightly different sounding ways. It's great. More plotting, more stuff. I don't think it gets too crazy. Oh wait. Oh, I was about to say it doesn't get too crazy near the end, but did you just hear that? Oh, that is heavy. And this really messed up, distorted version at the end that kind of sounds like nothing else. But it's still, like, intense, intimidating. And it's kind of still got the exact same percussion underneath, which is kind of funny. No matter what's going on, she's still plodding and scary. Ooh. Ooh, that little doo-doo-doo melody over the top is really interesting. I don't remember hearing that before. Whoa, and this is like the end? Now she's walking out. You're left on the floor in the dust. She's walking away. Actually, she's carrying you away. We've seen that outro. Great song, Marissa. Great song. Represents her perfectly. Like you get to see her, you know, Colosseum, Roman, Greek. She's a fangirl of that stuff. And she's massive. You can tell all of that from her theme song. And that's really cool. Gotta love a good composer. And then, ooh, goodness me, this is getting hard. Because now I'm having to start comparing characters' themes to each other. I just want to say, like, it's really good, or it's vibing and banger, but I have to say, it's good, and it's better than Dhalism's, or it's worse than Blanka's. And okay, Marissa. It has a melody that gets stuck in your head, the da-da-dum, da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. And it's got a really good plotting beat. I think it beats E Honda. I'm sorry. It's really, really good. I gotta put it there. Ooh, yes, now we've got Manon's theme, Walk with Grace. I think you guys might be surprised with how obsessed I am with this song. Some people, you know, don't care about it. Oh, I love it. Let's get right into it. Remind you how it sounds. Not that we've heard it too much, but let's play it. So it's this like amazing, clean song that represents her perfectly. It has these like great moments that show off both her high fashion, runway, pop star celebrity side, but as well, it also has her like impressive, tall statured martial artist grappler side. It like somehow fits them both together, which are very contradicting things to represent with music, but somehow it fits them in perfectly both together. It's got a lot of elegant synth notes, you know, especially at the start. Oh, okay, that's less elegant. But it's got these, you know, clean, elegant, and then it kind of gets these kind of like stretchy, crunchy around the edge synth notes. I'm not exactly sure what you call these, but they're a little bit like staticky or something. And that's like really typical kind of instruments they use in like high fashion runway or avant-garde displays. And also, a lot of the motifs you hear, maybe coming up a little bit later, but there's a lot of stuff that really reminds me of the kind of things you might hear in a perfume ad, which, again, fits the vibe perfectly. And there are sparkles thrown in. Oh, okay, we're getting to the stuff. So, wait. Yeah, there was a little bit of diddly sparkles just thrown in for fun. Just, a little bit of, perfume spritz. She's fancy, and here we go. No, I was wrong. Here we go soon. Here we go. Now we're into our grappler theme. We've got these really deep, wahs into the dun dun dun. We've got these really deep horns going boom, which is such a typical music for a walk-in into a ring or something. Dun dun dun. Bah. Really shows it really reminds you that she is an intimidating, tall grappler martial artist, and she's walking into the ring, and she's dressed for it too. She's got the gear, and she's here, and she's intimidating, and she's ready to beat you up and throw you. And then after you beat up on the floor, she's gonna pose perfectly, because she's a goddamn sexy, high fashion fashionista. Now I've got it back into a little bit more, elegant and clean. Little flare notes. Dun, 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 dun. Just nice and simple percussion underneath as well. And yeah, so much of the song sounds like you can really imagine people doing a runway to it. Yeah, you can either imagine, okay, someone's on a runway, someone's in a perfume ad, or someone's walking into the ring and about to break someone's neck by throwing them onto the floor. Oh, this is a really cool part too. Do 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 do. So overall, the whole song doesn't really seem to have one main melody that represents Manon, but there's just a few different things. There's the clean parts, and then developments of the clean parts. So this is kind of the more melodious part of the clean open notes. Dun 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 dun. And then there's of course the more intense moments, like this. Bum. Dun, dun, dun. And it's still got these interesting notes happening at the same time. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I love this part too. I love this part. I forgot. This is super runway sounding. Wait, no. In a sec. Dun 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 dun. So good. And it's got that percussion underneath that is absolutely the most stereotypical runway stuff, and it works perfectly with the stuff they choose to put underneath it. It's so clean and light and graceful, and then you also get to hear these intense pounds of deep horn trumpets going bombs. She is scary. But now we're just yeah. Fashionista on a runway. More of these scratchy staticky notes in an avant-garde commercial. And then I think we get to some perfumey sounding things, or maybe that was earlier. And now we've got a combination of all of them together, and then we're done. It's such a good theme, and I hope people don't sleep on it. It's really amazing. Let's just listen to it the tiny bit. So here we've got the, you introduce these elegant notes, and then you introduce these staticky notes, which is a bit more of the runway, intense, high fashion stuff, and add a bit more of melody. And then you've got, she's a big, scary grappler, and she's gonna she's dressed for the occasion, and as soon as she's done beating you up, breaking your back, she's gonna pose and look like a sexy damn fashionista. That's what she does. It's awesome. And even though there's not much melody to this song, it somehow gets stuck in my head. Just these little elements bum dun 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 play in my head constantly for no reason. I'll be buying some iced coffee from the Spar down the road, and I'll be walking in bum dun dun dun, for no reason. No reason, not doing anything cool, but I'll feel like on top of the world just because this song is in my head. And then, you know, if I look in the mirror and realize, wow, I look good today, I'll have this. Dun 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 dun. Start feeling myself. Just every part of this song is an absolute vibe. And somehow, I mean, they do it with every character, but somehow they just manage to find music and elements of a song that somehow come together to represent a character perfectly. She's high fashion. She's like a celebrity. She's elegant and graceful. She beats you up and throws you to the floor. She's a judo master. They're all somehow in one song. It's amazing. I love this song. And then to put it in a tier list, this might shock some people, but it's going into Well Now I'm Main because I love it so much. I definitely did not think that the first time I listened to it, and I bet some people will think the same, but trust me, just listen to it and really feel it and like watch a little bit of Manon gameplay and you'll agree with me. You'll agree with me. It's Well Now I'm Main. She's definitely not a character archetype that I'm too used to, like a weird grappler with long buttons. Sounds great. But now I got a main. That song is just, it's everything. It's everything. I love it. Good job, Manon. It's a great song. And now you're in Well Now I'm Main, up with the most amazing songs. Let's move on. Oh, yes. Now we have DJ's theme, All Right. Oh yeah, what a good song. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start talking about it already because it fills me with so much energy, this song. It's like really, I don't know, chill, fun, happy-go-lucky kind of music that obviously super matches the vibe of Dee Jay, whose his whole thing is kind of like, okay, I'm throwing a projectile, hey, gotcha, just kidding, I'm not throwing it. Like, or oh, I'm gonna throw a low K. Oh, just kidding, it's an overhead. Hey, gotcha. Which like all the music, it's I don't know, dun 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 dun. It's so fun and funky and happy-go-lucky. It's like not intimidating at all. It's only intimidating in the factor that like it should be. And it's intimidating that like, why are you so chill and having a good time? Are you? Am I that easy to beat up? Why are you so happy about this, bro? It's like, yeah, it's exactly how he plays. He's just faking you over and over and over again. He's having a blast while he does it. Not so serious. Just chilling, having fun. Compared to some of the other songs, it's not very melodic at all, except for the short theme, which is da-da-da-dun, dun-da-dun. And that, you know, just is thrown in everywhere now and then. But the rest of it is just, you know, cool vibes, cool percussion, some other instruments going over the top. Like right now we have this bum, 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 bum. We get some other stuff later on. A little bit of that melody. See, the melody is just da-da-da-dum. And then just, you know, a bunch of other people on instruments just jamming. And it's so nice. It's so nice. Bum, bum, bum. Slightly longer version. Dun 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 dun. See, now a new person's getting a solo. Dun 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 dun. Some horns are coming in, trying to get a solo in. It's I don't know exactly. I'm not a huge music person. I don't know exactly what you call this genre, but it's just like so nice to listen to. It's like, yeah, without the melody, it's percussion, but percussion with a bunch of instruments just playing their own thing, vibing, having a good time. It's like such a chill beat. You can like bob your head side to side or like in any direction. You can go in a full circle with this song, if that makes any sense at all. But it's like, you can just do whatever you want. You can just chill. And a lot of it is pretty simple until we get near the end and it gets this kind of, more muted version. Much more simple. You still got the percussion. Not as many instruments though. Just a few little chords on the top. Dun 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 dun. and then completely different here. We've got this slow build up of that instrument in the background. Dun, 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 dun. And it keeps going. Building up. Super simple, super awesome, gets the job done, just like Dee Jay. I don't know what the song actually really kind of reminds me of how Honda's works. Like, it doesn't have tons of his melody of like his theme. Like, it's just like Dee Jay's theme is just a short little dum da dum 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 dum, and then just a bunch of other instruments just chilling, vibing. It's also kind of similar to Dhalism, how his works. But the vibe of this one is so... It's not even super fast, I don't think, or it's a little bit upbeat. But the way the instruments are interacting with each other and moving around, it really feels like you're in some kind of like cool jazz bar or coffee shop, and there's like a bunch of people on the stage. They're all friends. It's a great band, and they're just chilling together. They don't even have like sheet music or anything prepared. They're just playing whatever they want. They look at each other and they're like, yeah, let's go do it again. Do do bum 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 bum. And then other people take over, get solos. I don't know. It's just a really, really, really nice vibe. I'm actually really intrigued to know what it's like to fight while this tune is playing in the background, because it's probably the most strange fighting game music out of a lot of the ones, because even the like, I guess it does have a pretty pulsing, driving beat behind it. But like, well, you just start like vibing too hard and you're like dun 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 dun. You're having too good of a time. You're like, oh, I get anti-aired every time I jump, and I didn't realize because I was just having fun. I feel like that's probably going to happen to me. When you're playing with Dee Jay, I think it'll match him perfectly, because you just do things, and then you do the other version of the thing that's like a cancel or something, and you're chilling, you're happy, you're like, huh, gotcha. The whole song is just a fun gotcha moment. Haha, you thought. This is so fun. I'm having the time of my life. And it's a really nice composition, and it fits Dee Jay perfectly, just like every damn piece in this goddamn OST. Good job. All right, Dee Jay. Okay. And then to put it in a tier list, it's very similar to E Honda and Dhalism, but I think, oh goodness, I think I put it slightly above them because I like how happy-go-lucky and fun it is. I really like listening to this piece. Yeah, solid placement. Good job, Dee Jay. Okay, guys, here's another one of my favorites, Zangief, R.E.D. Bum bum bum. Oh, it's really, really good, guys. Okay, let's go back to the start. This is one of my favorite pieces. I feel like I just let it play. I'm just gonna listen to it the whole time and forget to say anything about it. It's like an amazing composition that perfectly shows off the character, and it like exudes intimidation factor, which is what Zangief is all about. He is the premier grappler of the game. He's the premier big guy. We've got a bunch of other big guys in the game, like Marissa and stuff now, but Zangief is the OG. He is the big guy with the big thighs. And this song just exudes it, particularly the start. I remember when I first heard it, it's like, dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's so cool, intimidating for such a big guy character, but at the same time it's so melodious, which is interesting for an intimidating composition. Like, it's not just like bam 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 dun dun. It's got like these actual melodies and stuff, dun 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 dun, and it's terrifying. And you can really hear all of his like main character traits in it. Like obviously he's a big, massive, intimidating guy, but you can also really hear like the Russian or general Eastern European motifs in it. And like, yeah, it's impactful and damaging, and you can really hear the like hard-working plotting that he has, like trying to get in on you and get his stuff done. And I don't know if this is a hot take, but in my opinion, it really sounds like, maybe not this part, but a lot of it really sounds like, what are they called? In a circus, like the strongman theme. You know, the strongman, he's just like a big guy, he's a strongman in a circus. It really seems like, yeah, a circus strongman theme, which is not a take that I've heard for Zangief before, but it fits perfectly. That's literally basically what he is. He's just a big guy. That's like the best way to describe him. He's a strongman. He's flashy, big grappler, throw you around, beefy guy. And that also, yeah, like I said, he's got an amazing melody, and there's a surprising amount of alterations and like variances of the main theme and stuff. Like just while I was talking, we heard like 3 or 4 different instruments taking a chance at the main melody. So we have that like airy wind one. Now we've got like a plucking string instrument one. I think that's the same one again, but now we've got like an orchestra horns, like deeply doing it from behind. And like, yeah, there's random instruments and stuff thrown in everywhere. Like I think earlier there was like a, yeah, this, like a pan flute sounding thing or something. Which is so something that I wouldn't expect for Zangief, but it fits perfectly. I don't know who is making these songs. But I don't know, are they I don't know. Are they a god? Are you Jesus? Are you omnipotent? All of these pieces are perfect. And look, this part that's just deep. It's just intimidating. It's built up, even though so much of the piece is so flashy. Dun, 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 dun. Now we've got a different alteration of the melody, so it's like the same stuff, but completely different melody. Dun, 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 dun. It's so well musically developed. What the hell? Oh, and I love those da-da-dun, 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 dung, dung. Probably my favorite part. Now we've got this kind of staticky, scratchy synth instrument taken over for a little bit of a solo. While we've still got the like main da-dun, 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 dun, dun in the background. I love this theme, you guys. Now we've got this like wind instrument back. Taking over the main theme. What a crazy piece. Now we've got this plucky one back. Okay, kind of lost everything. Now it's just percussion. We build up into like a weird hollowed out and distorted version. Like, what is this? Solo elements of his main theme in there, but it's totally different. And then this, are you kidding me? He's got like so many melodies and different alterations of his melody. We're not even at the very end. Ready? Dun dun dun. What is that? That's so good. Another super scratchy synth instrument. There are so many instruments just doing their own thing. I just love listening to this piece. Like what? There was like a fluty thing in there now. Now we're building back up to the tried and true intimidation portion. Oh my god, that ending part, guys. I can barely breathe while I'm listening to it. I don't know why. I love this so much. Did you just hear what I heard? Oh my. Oh, it's so good. Like, it's the main theme, completely altered. Another different variants bridge, chorus number 16. And it's like sped up in this crazy. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again. Listen to this. Oh, so good. Ready? Oh my god. Oh. Guys, this song. Why'd they have to make it so awesome? And now this thing takes over the solo again at the end. You got the dun 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 as the end. Of course you do. Of course you do. Because it's perfect. Because it's a perfect song. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing song. It's amazing. Amazing song. And then, of course, for a tier list, if you were not expecting this, I'm putting it up with Well Now, I Main. Once again, I didn't previously have too much of an interest in Zangief. Obviously, you know, the thighs were a bit of a draw, and they brought interest, but that song sealed the deal. That song was like, oh, okay, I have to play this character. There is no way I cannot play this character. He's got thighs, and he's got that for a song. Well, I'm playing him. I'm maining him. That's all. And now Lily's theme, Diosa Del Sol. God of the Sun, a goddess of the sun or something. I read that in a comment. This is an amazing song. This is a great song. It's like similar to some of the other more acoustic instrumental ones we heard. Like it's very, very chill, happy-go-lucky, fun, kind of like DJs. You're just vibing with a good regional jam. And they've got a really good selection of instruments. Like, the instrument choices are so good to get that Thunderfoot tribe vibe that they're going for. And this piece is so crazy. Like, it gets so like usually characters get variations of their theme, and it kind of gets more intense and crazy as the song goes on. Usually when you get into like the third match and then the low life is at the very end and their themes kind of get distorted and crazy. Lily's does that instantly. You'll be like 40 seconds in and her theme's already going wild, which I think is meant to represent how she will go wild when she's playing, when she builds up those windstock clad stocks, whatever they're called. And then she can be like plus on block after her buttons and then go for grabs and all sorts of crazy stuff. So, you know, she's playing the game kind of normal with the footsies and her long buttons at the start. And then very soon she starts getting crazy. So we get some more cool stuff. Also, one thing I really like is that there's not like a specific melody or theme for Lily. Here, it already goes crazy. What the heck? But yeah, there's not one specific melody. But it's kind of like each instrument has its own theme, which is kind of similar to Dhalism, where each instrument is kind of just doing its own thing. Each time it comes in, it plays its own thing. Like there's a piano sounding solo that we heard before, and there's also the like horn sounding one that dun da da dun. And you know the piano is a dun 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 dun. And then we have this part, this kind of like synth, more electric-y style. But yeah. The intro was super fun, super clear, and a good statement of the theme. And yeah, like, as soon as we got to like a minute in, it already started getting like these really weird, alterated repetitions of the theme to get wacky super quick. Here we get to hear a little bit of that piano and the horn at the same time, already getting even more wacky. What? And then just cut down into something completely weird and completely different. It's such a funky theme. It's so strange. I love it so much. Like, this is super, like, wacky, like, deteriorated version of the theme. Like, it sounds like she's sick. But, like, maybe this is just like, oh, damn, I got knocked away, now they're zoning me out, and now I'm in a bad mood. But don't worry, it builds up again. Starting to get a bit better. Maybe she's, like, while she was far away, she built up some wind-clad stalks. Just a very cool, you know, acoustic percussive piece. And then now that we're getting to the end, we're getting a little bit more crazy, fun, and even more upbeat and like fun, happy-go-lucky. And there's some extra instruments, like these weird kind of alien-sounding crunchy synth things. It's really, really fun to listen to all the instruments in this piece. And then when we get near the end, you kind of get to hear repetitions of all of the instruments' individual themes, like the perfected version of all of them. Like, so we get to hear this thing. This is back. Classic. Dun, 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 dun. Then we get the piano-y sounding thing back to play its little piece. And then the percussion gets to come in and show off. And then we're done. What a good piece. Every piece is so good. So yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's great. It represents her perfectly, and we haven't seen too much of her gameplay, but I imagine it'll represent her gameplay perfectly, where she goes, you know, she's super fun, happy-go-lucky, doing some slightly deranged stuff like Blanka and Dee Jay. She's having a blast, she's smiling, and she's got this cool theme. I really want to play a game and hear this in the background, and like, it's very, very strange for a fighting game background music. I want to like know what it feels like to vibe to this while you're beating people up. Yeah. Fun, happy-go-lucky, really good choice of instruments. And you get that, what are they called? Thunderfoot tribe. You get their vibe. And yeah, I like how, like, in Dhalisms, it's not really got its own melody for Lily. It's like each instrument has their own thing, like this lovely piano thing. It's a great song. I love it. So for such a great song, I think I actually put it above Marissa. I really like this. Yeah, that fits. Ooh, and now for Cammy's theme, OverTrip. It was the one revealed most recently, but people already love it. Probably just because it has anything to do with Cammy. People adore it. It's a great song. It has this really sleek techno vibe with some cool airy edgy vocals that come in sometimes. They're like, and there's, yeah, these really nice, like, techno instrumentals, but it's, like, pretty muted and dull, like, nothing too flashy. And it really, all of this, like, sleek stuff really feeds into her new, like, vibe of being this femme fatale, assassin, spy kind of character. I really, really like that click, click, clack, clack kind of. Where is it? That's really satisfying. It's really, really, really good. It kind of really sounds like, you know, in her assassin spy style, it sounds like, you know, cocking a pistol or just calmly snapping someone's neck. Just more like stretched synth notes. It's super clean, sleek, you know, very spy assassin style. Now we get into this more low, muted version again. There's honestly like not too much development or alteration of the theme as it goes on, like with some other characters where it gets more crazy or more built up as it goes. But I guess that's kind of, you could say, suits her character or how she fights, because, you know, as she's kind of more a serious assassin style character, she's not pulling any punches at the start. She's throwing all the stocks at the start, so she's not going easy on the start, and she doesn't need some emotional anime style like fighter outbreak music at the end to like be like, well, now I have to do my final thing to win. No, she was trying to kill you from the start, so she doesn't need any emotional development from the music to do that. Yeah, it's super simple, but perfectly composed to get her vibing. Now we have a little bit of a cooler vibe at the end, but nothing too dramatic still. Some really classic synth instruments in this one, just the synth bum 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 bum. And those vocals that go whoa 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 whoa, I think are really good for feeding into her femme fatale persona. And yeah, I don't really have too much to say about that piece, but it's certainly not a bad thing, because it just is a perfectly composed piece. It matches her vibe perfectly. It matches the vibe of her gameplay perfectly. She's just kind of like Giovanna. She just does the stuff that she needs to take you out, and you get taken out. She's cool. She's sleek. She's a little bit like techno edgy, but like not too much. Still mainly, you know, calm and muted. But yeah, it's a great piece. And it's really satisfying, especially the start, how it's such like a slow startup. It's such a nice, it's really nice. Those little like open sounds, the whoa, 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 whoa. It's perfect. I don't know. Sorry, there's not too much to analyze with this piece, but that's just because it's perfect and there's nothing to criticize. Good job, Cammy. You've got a perfect piece that matches you perfectly. And well, it may sound like an insult putting it below all of these, but it is just a solid vibe and a banger. It's a perfect piece that matches her perfectly. And it's fun. But I wouldn't say it's something that really gets stuck in my head, but it's something that as soon as I hear it, I appreciate it. And I love hearing it. Okay, and now for the main man himself, JP's theme, the Plunderer. This is an exceptional piece. Oh, it is just the best. It is oozing with omega intimidation factor. Like, you thought Zangief's had intimidation factor. I thought it was the most intimidating piece in the game. And then you hear JP's, and it is just pure intimidation, dark, mysterious, powerful, but also flashy. It's everything that you would expect from a main villain like this guy. There's a lot of these like sustained notes on various notes and tones where it's like bum with like a bunch of different instruments all doing it together, and it's just like that, and they just all do it together. Boom, and everyone holds it. It's so terrifying and satisfying to listen to. And wait, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to rewind a bit for this, but like one of the main parts of this is like at the very start, these low sustained booms into the wow 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 wow. It's like such a cool juxtaposition to these deep booms. It fits perfectly, having these deep and then these like scratchy wah wah wah. It scratches your head so well. It's perfect composition, and then you have these creepy piano keys. So it starts off just straight up with, have you seen who you're up against? You are dead. Like, this first part is, you're done. You're done. Like, you don't stand a chance. It's like the trumpets are revealing, like, he is here. He has arrived. And then we have some creepy piano keys playing into, you know, him being not just intimidating, but like scary and terrifying and creepy. And then this is kind of a bit of a horn fanfare where we kind of quite a few characters actually have this, but like this dun, 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 with like these horns. That's really the announcement, like, he has arrived, he is here, and you, feeble opponent, have no chance. If you didn't already think so. And there's so many instruments playing at once in this song. There's like the percussion underneath, and there's so many like, there's beats, and there's like a piano just going da 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 da, playing a bunch of stuff constantly. So many aspects all just building together to make this epic, thick, deep theme. It's amazing. Oh, and this thing, dun 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 dun, things get added in, taken out, and there's just so many layers. It's so juicy. It's amazing. We get more of this. And there's still so many melodies and stuff happening underneath. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. You can really like listen to all the layers specifically. It's really nice. Now this section, you might be like, whoa, this is completely different, a completely different vibe. It's kind of like upbeat and like gaudy and flaunty and like intense, a bit more like a main character theme. But how I kind of hear this is like, as we get into it, it kind of gets into it suddenly. So like that whole first part was the like JP's theme, his introduction and his intimidation factor. And now that we're in this moment, this is the theme of you fighting against JP. Like you're a main character and you're fighting against JP. It's like the final arc of an anime or a show where the main character is going against the main character and going all out, using all their strengths. And there's like even like these power-up themes where it goes like, I must get stronger. And this is you fighting against JP and going all out. And it's so amazingly written. And then it kind of, oh no, it's like not going so well for the main character. And they're really trying. And now this is like JP giving his villain speech after the main hero has tried to go all out. Villain, like JP's like, you never stood a chance from the start. You shouldn't have been in my way. It's your fault for putting yourself here. And now it kind of gets back more onto JP's side, where after he's given his speech, it's like a bunch of like just general battle music between JP and the main character. And we get a bunch of different flips in between this like main character theme into dark, and then it cuts out and JP just probably like in his level 3 super, he just plants a crystal inside you, and suddenly the main character's like, yes, I can do this, dies. And it's over. And JP has won without breaking a sweat or tearing his $1,000 suit. There's just so many aspects to this song that make it so amazing, and it starts from point zero. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but it's so hard. I love this song so much. I can't wait to play it as JP, but I'm a little bit scared that when I do play as JP, I will forget to do my setups, my cool zoning and stuff, making things airtight, trying to play safe. I will just be playing to this I'll be listening to this thing. I may accidentally put my controller down and just sit back and completely dissociate and be like, whoa, JP is on the screen. He's terrifying and amazing. That's so cool. Yeah. First half is like JP's theme, all of his intimidation stuff. And then, yeah, there's like a little like quarter of the song in here where we've got this really funky main character theme. I can beat JP. I must get stronger and overtake him. And then we get the JP later on being like, you never stood a chance. You shouldn't have been in my way. And then more battle. And then the main character has their last hurrah. And JP just stabs him from the inside with some reality tear crystal things. What a powerful, powerful piece. I love it so much. And then, to no surprise, this will also be going in Will I Main now. I think it goes above Zangief. It's a really, really, really awesome, perfect piece. And yeah, it's just perfect. It doesn't beat Juri's, but it's perfect. Juri's is beyond perfect. JP's is the definition of perfect and intimidation. Zangief's is flawless and amazing and scary and flashy. Manon's is amazing and perfection and like the like elegant and unique style. And then Kimberly's is the like upbeat, fun, perfect style with an amazing vocal track for her level 3 super version. So do I want to make any changes to the tier list now that we're here? I feel kind of making it in a tier list is I feel a little bit mean because I don't dislike any of their songs. I think Capcom or whatever the sound team was did beyond an amazing job with the music in this game. So having anyone on the bottom feels mean, but this tier nice is like, it's real nice. I do like these songs. Guile's theme, so nice. It fits in perfectly. Chun-Li's theme is so nice and fits her perfectly. It's just unfortunately that compared to songs like JP, Zangief, Juri, and stuff, they're not as flawless, but they're still amazing pieces. Like Ryu's is really nice, and yeah, okay, I kind of actually have all the classic characters down the bottom. It was not intentional. But come on, these themes up here, they're so cool and unique and funky, like scary like these two, fun like these two, like have great traditional instruments like these two, or these three even, blah blah blah. That's a good tier list. Well, I think I did a good job. So no offense to any of the characters down the bottom, everyone has amazing themes. People up here are just out of this world. People up here, I love listening to their pieces. People up here, I love listening to your pieces as well. And your pieces are great. I maybe won't choose to listen to these pieces, but I love hearing them. These ones, I'll be listening to every day. I think I need to stop. I've been listening to Street Fighter music for a solid a few hours now. So I should probably, turn off the microphone, go lie down, and pray for my brain that is going to be playing somehow simultaneously every one of these 17 or something pieces at the same time, now that I've listened to them all over and over again for hours. So I guess it's time to go have a very productive day with a ton of main themes getting me through it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of my placings, but mainly I want to hear what you guys think about the music. Let me know what your favorite pieces are, what your top 3 pieces, or I guess I chose 5. Let me know what your top 5 favorite pieces are, because I know it's hard to choose. And if you disagree with anything, let me know. I don't really care, but let me know. I want to know. It's awesome music, and luckily, since it's all amazing, you can have a conversation about it without being like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but I guess I kind of love it. Like, you don't have to be a hater, because everything's amazing. You don't have to hate. It's awesome. I love it. So, very much thanks to Capcom and the sound and music design team. You have blessed my ears for years to come. Thank you very much. And to you watching, thank you so much for watching this a weirdly long video just about some music in a video game. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in whatever's next. Bye-bye.